the opportunity set is so large. One of the most populous countries in the region, as you mentioned, 50% unbanked, even more underbanked, and indeed with even more banks or other types of partners applying for digital licenses. It looks pretty crowded. But with the numbers looking so large and with a certain number of these digital banks actually having established pretty incumbent-like advantages ahead of even the start of the space, we actually think there's going to be a few winners emerge over the next few years.
Which ones are going to be the winners?
So we think about it as there being three camps per se at this point. So naturally, you have the digital banks that either have partnered with or have been fully acquired by tech ecosystems such as GoTo or Shopee. Then you have the fintech camp, and here we're thinking about Kredivo and Akulaku, who have initially established buy now, pay later products, but who have established use cases. And the third camp, who we naturally can't avoid and can't ignore, are the traditional banks, who've also been putting in resources across the region to build competing digital banking and mobile banking offerings.
Okay, not giving us names there, Patrick. So give us, when I look at this story, I essentially get more concerned about the market than the number of players in it. And the market is growing at a rapid pace. And so I wonder that down the road, what is the kind of risk that we are staring at? And could this be ASEAN's subprime phase, so to speak, which played out in the US for a couple of years and then boom, hit hard? And so, do you think that there would be enough checks and balances in place to avert such an eventuality?
Yeah, it's great. I expand on my previous point. Perhaps we'll focus on the digital banks who have partnered with the tech ecosystems first. So the interesting thing is that when we look at a player like Shopee, who has acquired Bank BKI, is that naturally with the past couple of years of very fierce competition, they've got this very sharp toolkit in terms of customer acquisition, retention, cross-selling. Now, the ability for them to entice customers into accounts, right, SMEs into accounts, those abilities are very strong. But where it gets interesting is naturally their ability to leverage data and other types of incentives to actually control credit quality. So actually for those digital banks who are partnered with the larger ecosystems, we actually think credit quality could be superior versus those who don't necessarily have that large-scale data advantage. For example, Kredivo or Akulaku, whereas they're very good on the buy now, pay later and P2P financing sides. Is there going to be a difference in their ability to control credit costs, given that they are perhaps not able to really control the usage of the product as widely as a Shopee would or a GoTo?